Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. How are you doing? I'm so thrilled to be live here on various channels at the moment. So thank you so much for joining us. I can see we've got people on live already. And if you saw the little intro screen, tell us in the comments where you are in the world, because we want to hear from you. We have such an amazing international community, and it is so exciting to always see all the countries come past, because we are leading the global green beauty movement together with you. And that's why we want to see where you are in the world. So we're here live this afternoon to talk to you about our International Organic Skincare Entrepreneur Program. But before we get to that, I think some introductions are in order. So my name is Lorraine. I run Formula Botanica. If you've been following our gigantic free masterclass, we've been running this enormous masterclass. Over 40,000 people have taken part from all over the world. So if you've been taking part in that, you've seen me in your videos. But if not, I am obviously the CEO of Formula Botanica, and I am thrilled to be here with you this afternoon. And I am joined by Ken, who is our partner manager. So hi, Ken, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. So as Lorraine mentioned, I'm Ken. I'm the partner manager at Formula Botanica. And because we have been asking where you are in the world, I am in Dubai right now. It's evening time here. You can see it's dark outside already. And it's really amazing because I can see people from all over the world logging in. We've got Philippines, Ireland, India, Toronto. I've seen Dublin on there earlier as well, Germany, Nigeria. It's amazing.
I know, it's incredible. Pakistan, India, I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for jumping in the comments and talking to us, because we want to hear from you. So we're here for the next half hour. It depends how many questions we get from you, basically. But we're here to talk to you about the fact that enrollment is now open for our International Organic Skincare Entrepreneur Program. And this program is the game changer. This is the one that the students in our community take who are really going for it. They're the people who want to change the world with their beauty products and change their own lives at the same time. And we opened enrollment this morning at about 9 a.m. UK time, and we have already welcomed dozens and dozens and dozens of new students who are already in their courses right now taking action. And they're probably storming through those first modules as we speak, and downloading their shopping list, aren't they, Ken?
Yeah, that's what I did as well. Right away, you go in right away and you start.
I know. It's so exciting. And we've already been welcoming new students into our classroom. So we just wanted to jump on today and talk to you about the fact that obviously our entrepreneur program is open to answer any questions you have about us, about the masterclass, about Formula Botanica, about the entrepreneur program, about anything really. So jump on and leave us your questions or comments in the chat, and we will do our best to get to them. Maybe we should start off by telling everyone what the entrepreneur program is. Do you want to start with that one, Ken?
I can start with that one. So I'm not sure if we go in with the content first, but maybe let me start by saying I've done the entrepreneur program as well. So I took the decision about 1.5 years ago to enroll into this program and change my life. And here I am working at Formula Botanica, which wasn't a plan at that time, but this is how it plans out, and this is how life changes. And it's a truly amazing program. It contains everything that you need if you want to start your own skincare business, your own organic skincare business, if you want to become an entrepreneur, if you want to take charge, and if you want to make your own products. And I think the reason why it's kind of this all in one package is because it's not only about formulating, which is obviously a huge part of creating your own skincare. It also contains things like, how to make sure that the product is safe and stable. What is the business side of it? How can I incorporate high performance ingredients? What are more kind of advanced formulation techniques? So it really is an all-rounder package for everything that you need if you want to start your own skincare business. I think that summarizes it in 1 minute, hopefully.
It does, absolutely. It is the game changer. And if you are completely new to formulation, this is the program for you.
Yeah.
Because we take you by the hand and we lead you through how to become a formulator, as Ken said, how to make advanced formulations, how to test, how to make sure your products are safe, how to work with high performance botanicals and ingredients, and then how to take your formulations and turn them into a business. And I don't know if I always like to point behind me. These are some of the graduate products I've been sent from all over the world. And these people are changing lives, not just their own, but other people's lives as well. And the green beauty movement has never been bigger. The organic skincare movement has never been bigger. Even in the last few weeks, I've seen the announcement that Beauty Counter, this massive company in the US, which was started from someone's kitchen table in 2013, is now valued at $1 billion US. The Honest Company, which Jessica Alba started, as being floated on the stock market, and they're aiming for about $1.5 billion in valuation. I saw Pi Skincare, a very well-known natural skincare company. They've just raised £6 million in investment funding from Clarins. Our graduates, Bybee, I've got some of their products here. They've just raised over $7 million in investment funding from Unilever Ventures. It is incredible. The market is just booming. And I keep watching graduates of ours go through our courses, launch, and just do phenomenally well. Our graduate Carmen, where's her product? I've got one of her creams here. She launched, I think in 2017, her Flower and Spice is her brand. She's raised over, she's just signed a $1 million investment contract with distribution contract in China. It's just so exciting to watch. And we play a role in some of these brands' lives, and that means so much. So that's why we run our entrepreneur program, because we want to change other people's lives as well.
And I think, sorry to interrupt, but I think the amazing thing is that we've seen in our Facebook groups that really, we've got so many graduates, like every month there's a new brand, and they're so successful, and they really take charge and do what they love. Really, that's what it is, right? You start formulating, you enjoy it, and out of that you create your successful brand. And Bybee is one of the ones you mentioned as well in the video, in the lesson 4, right? And now again, and they're just flying everywhere. Yeah. It's really amazing.
It's absolutely incredible. So if you have any questions about the entrepreneur program, or about Formula Botanica, or about the big free masterclass that we've been teaching, jump on, leave us a comment. We will do our very best to answer them. I'm just going to bring, hang on, everything's moving. I'm just going to bring this one up. Someone says, can I still enroll for the entrepreneur program? Absolutely. We opened enrollment just this morning. I will say enrollment's only open for 6 days.
6 more days. It's the opposite way around. It's very confusing.
I know. So we close enrollment at 4 p.m. UK time on May 4th. That's next week, Tuesday. So if you're interested in joining us, head on over there now. Hopefully the team can put the link up, because if you click on the link, it will take you to the webpage, and it will show you the syllabus, the full syllabus, everything involved, the course fees, the payment plans we offer, absolutely everything with that. So please do jump on that. So shall we? Oh, hang on. I'm just going to put this one up. I missed the masterclass. Can I rewatch? Yes. Oh. Absolutely. Now is your chance to get stuck in. In fact, I encourage you to go binge watch the whole thing in one go, which must be doable, right?
Definitely doable. They're not that long. And it's actually, even if you watched them already, it's nice to rewatch, because I bet there is more things you can take out of it, even with the second time around. And they're all available now. So you can watch all 4 of them, see all the bonus downloads that are there, watch the Q&As we had in the Facebook group as well, and go for it. Absolutely.
Yep. Oh, cool. And I can see Anna's put up the link as well to the entrepreneur program. Okay. Here's a great question. What's the duration of the program? Do you want to take that one?
I can take that one, yeah. So the duration of the program, and this is from Aisha, that depends really on you, because it depends how much time you can invest to study, basically. So all the courses are online, and they're self-led. So you're your own boss. You decide how fast you want to progress with this whole skincare entrepreneur program. We do give you 3 years. So we think that 3 years are more than enough time to complete all of them. And to be honest with you, most students finish it in way less time than that. Yeah. So to give you an idea, for example, the Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation, I think is very doable in 6 months, if you dedicate about 1 day a week to study. And this can be broken up as you want, because it's self-led. So you can do an hour a day, or you can take a Sunday morning, 3 hours, whichever way you like, which is I think the beauty of this is that it's really, you're your own boss. And if you hear any weird background noises right now, my dog's picking up all the toys that are around the house right now and running around with it. So if you hear any squeaky sounds, that's my doggy. But yeah, it's completely up to you. We give you 3 years. but you can do it in a much quicker time. Can you hear it?
I can hear it. All right. It'll be my kids in a minute who are running around like dogs. So yeah, all good. Yeah, I love that. You can be your own boss. And that's the beauty of self-study programs. You work at your pace in your time, and you set a day of the week, if that works for you, when you say, right, every Sunday, I'm going to spend 3 hours on this. And we always see pictures in our classroom, don't we, from our students who've printed out all of their materials, and they're at their desk and they've got their laptop open and all their ingredients around them. And yeah, you are your own boss. So that's how it works. And I think that's a great way of summarizing it. So shall we run through what's in the entrepreneur program? Maybe run through the 6 courses. And as I said, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. We are here. We're going to be here for a little bit longer, and we're going to do our very best to answer all of your questions. And before we start, I just want to say we've got viewers from Trinidad and Tobago, USA, India, Mongolia, Nigeria. Just still post up where you are in the world. We love hearing from you. Okay, let's talk courses. So we've got 6 of them. Which one shall we start with?
We got 6 courses, but maybe before we start with the courses, just one disclaimer is that it really doesn't matter where you are in the world, because we take an approach that applies to anywhere, or we don't, let's say, teach only for Europe or only US. You are where you are, and based on that, you pick the information that you need when it comes, for example, to global compliance of products or things like that. And also the entire program is suitable for beginners. I took this program, like I mentioned, and I was a complete beginner. I had no idea about formulating, and that's the way it's designed. But also, if you do have experience in formulating, if you're already making products, still there is a lot you will take out of this course. So the first course is the Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation. And this is our absolute, bestseller course. People love it. And this course teaches you everything you need to know about creating and formulating your own products. And I think our approach, the beauty of it is that you learn how to make your own products. We don't teach you recipes. You create your own formulations. You decide what product you want to make, what ingredients you want to put in it. You make it your own. And we teach you how to do that safely and stable so you can create a product that's actually sellable for your brand. In this course, we also cover, things like global compliance, regulations, what needs to go on labels, like those sort of things are entailed in there as well. But really, it's focused on formulating. And when I started formulating, my idea was kind of like facial lotions and serums, and that's what I want to do. And there are so many products in this course, and I think my favorite ones are all like face washes, and no matter if it's a foam wash or a gel wash or like a cream wash, there's so many different products in there that you will explore that maybe you think right now, oh, I will not want to make this, and then you start trialing with it, and it's so much fun, and you get to love it. So it is a great product. And there's a squeaky toy again.
He wants to be on camera. He's very welcome to join us on camera. You'll learn how to make cleansers and toners and micellar waters and face washes and body washes and solid body bars that you can solid body wash bars and balm bars, lotion bars. You'll learn how to make masks and scrubs and gels. Oh, hello. I love attention. Well, fair enough. Who wouldn't want to be on camera with us? You'll be able to, just like our graduates, make products like this. This is a Sleeping Beauty purifying mousse, made by our graduate Anna in Australia, who runs Edible Beauty, which is actually doing really, really well. Definitely go check her out. Or I've shown this one a few times on my live streams recently. This is Pomoja Skincare, run by our graduate Sarah in the UK. This is her multi-action face cream. As you can see, I've enjoyed it quite a lot. So yeah, amazing. Or this one, which I've also been sharing recently from Nopalera. This is our graduate Sandra, who only just completed her course in November and is already stocked by 50 retailers. No, sorry, she launched in November. She completed her course last year and is stocked by 50 retailers all over the US. And I can't get the tin open. I had it open yesterday. I don't know what that is.
Products are outstanding as well. Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. Smells of orange. So she's made this solid lotion bar. These are the types of products you learn to make in the diploma in organic skincare formulation, which is why everyone starts there, because you've got to learn how to formulate. Probably close that so tightly now. I'll be stuck on my next live stream. So that's course number 1. That's the foundation course. And we've just had a question in about examination. It's a self-study program. That's wonderful. Would there be a final examination before the certification? Do you want to take that one?
Yeah, so for it depends which course you're taking, but the diploma in organic skincare formulation, there is a final exam or an assignment, and basically you will be guided through. So there, it's all things that you will learn within the course, and you will have to submit one of your formulations, which will be graded by our grading tutors. When I say submit the formulation, it's not the actual product; it's the formulation that you've created. So the actual formula, your research with it. So why are you using the ingredients? What would the product name be? How would you describe the product? Why did you make this product? So those sort of things. It's not the actual product itself. However, as you can see with Lorraine's backdrop there with all these beautiful products, we always love to receive products. So you feel free to submit them if you do start your own brand. But that is the final exam for Diploma in Organic Skincare from Formulation. It will be a formulation task that you will have to fulfill, and you submit it online through our award-winning learning platform. The grading tutors will grade it within a week. You will have your results and feedback with it, and then you can download your diploma right away. You can download your badge right away, which you may have seen from our graduates on their social media channels like LinkedIn or Instagram. They're very popular. So everything's kind of instant access online. Technology makes it possible.
Yeah, it's really cool. And we always watch our graduates sort of print out their certificates and hang them on the wall, and they add their badges to their website. You know, people are very proud of the materials that we give them when they graduate, and we're very proud of them because they've successfully graduated, which is very cool.
Yeah, and it's so nice to see. I mean, if you were a part of the masterclass and you watched the lessons, hopefully you also were part of the Facebook group. And I think that really gives you a flavor as well of how our school runs, because there's this amazing community around it that really supports you. And we see every day when someone graduates, the first thing they post up is like, I woke up this morning and I had my, I finally graduated, I had my results, here's my diploma, here's the product I made, here's the formula, and they're so happy and so proud. And so is the community with them. You can see all like the party hats flying off, all the emojis and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. Very cool. And that is just one of 6 courses in the program. Yes. And we start with that one. We talk a lot about that one because that one's the foundation. But then from then onwards, people obviously move on to our advanced diploma in organic cosmetic science. Do you want to talk us through that one for a little bit as well? And I'll jump in.
Yeah, so the advanced diploma is very much obviously about, like it says already, advancing your formulation skills. So we'll be looking at advanced formulation techniques. We will be doing study projects where you will really observe how do products behave with single ingredients. What happens if you, play with pH? What happens if you play with different emulsifiers? We challenge you to use different emulsifiers that you've not worked with before, as for an example. We're talking about niche, so there will be things like, exploring the vegan market or the halal market or raw cosmetics. We have a fabulous topic which is called reverse formulation, which is very advanced. So you will literally pick a product off the shelf, a natural product that you enjoy from one of your brands, and we will guide you on how to reverse formulate this product as part of advanced formulation techniques. So it's really, really taking your formulation skills up to the next level. You will learn a lot as well about high performance ingredients and how to incorporate them. And I think if you're looking at really elevating your products that you're creating already, that will take you there because you'll learn so much. There's so much formulating in this course, so many experiments that will take you there for sure. You will learn so much.
Yeah, I mean, that advanced diploma is a real game changer, because once you've learned the foundation, then we want you to really go and stretch yourself as a formulator. Yeah. We want you to experiment with new ingredients. We want you to trial different sort of little study projects in your home lab. And we've set this course up along those lines. And as Ken said, we then teach you how to reverse formulate. So you could, in theory, go and buy any product in the shops, look at the ingredients on the back and make it yourself. Not that we recommend that's the way that you design formulations, but we teach you how to do it, because it's an amazing way of learning how to formulate and becoming an advanced formulator. So that is a fantastic next step after you've taken our foundation diploma. So, wow. Okay, more questions.
There is a few questions I think we can maybe take in between before we continue.
Let's see. Okay, someone asks about upgrading. So if you are an existing student with us and you want to upgrade, drop our student support team a line, drop our admissions team a line, and they will be happy to answer you. And yeah, just talk to them about your specific situation, because that will be easily solved. But we love upgrading students to the entrepreneur program if they want to. One person asks, let's put this one up. What is the average cost of equipment and supplies that will be needed for the overall course? Do you want to walk us through that one?
Yeah, I can. So average cost, it depends, because it's very easy. What you need for the course is very different from what you want to get. So that is two different things. So what I did, for example, I put the things in the virtual shopping cart that I needed for the course, but then you see lots of other ingredients that you add on. So those are two very different stories. We do have live streams around, and there will be more, but basically the additional investment in terms of ingredients and props or tools that you need is not that much as you may think to start off with. So you can start very simple. I would actually say that most of the tools that you would need are probably in your kitchen somewhere, or you can find in kitchen supply stores when it comes to the tools. Ingredients, you will find, we've got a storefront on Amazon. We have got a UK and a US storefront where you will find some of them, also tools. But we work, for example, with Naissance together, who created a starter kit. And with this starter kit, I believe it's £200. That should get you through the entire diploma in organic skincare formulation. So there is all sorts of ingredients in there, from floral waters to emulsifiers to waxes to oils, all sorts of things. And with that, you can create all sorts of products that are in the diploma in organic skincare formulation. However, if you want to then make more and more formulations that are completely different, because maybe you want to experience with a very exotic Amazonian butter, or with like a very new oil that's in the market, then obviously that you will add on, right? But I would really say the initial basics, what you need is not that much. Equipment-wise, like I mentioned already, most of it you can find in your kitchen. What you may need to buy is a special scale, which is a jewelry scale that we'll do in the beginning. And if you look on Amazon, you will find them for around €8, $10, something like that. Yeah, around that price range you can find them, and they will do very well for the beginning. And then obviously, once you've starting to create, those are the ones, yeah, and they work beautifully. They work with batteries. You've seen in the video, if you watch the lessons, we used water baths to heat ingredients. You could do that on the stove in a water bath as well. You don't need a separate machine or electronic device for that. And we talk about that in the courses as well. And we do have additional sessions where we talk about this. And it's a green scale. There you go. So of course, you do not have to get a green scale. You can if you want to, and then tag us in it if you take your pictures. We'll be very happy, but any jewelry scale will do. Yes. But yeah, so I think that you can, for very kind of small investment, you can get set up, you can get started. And as you go along, you can then, if you decide to invest more, you can. As you go along, there will be certain products that you want to create. And then obviously, as you ramp up your production, then you would invest in, different equipment, or in bigger equipment, or even outsource production at some point. I doubt that, our graduates that are selling millions of products, that they're still standing in their kitchen formulating. They will have either their own labs or they have it outsourced by now. But you start small, and then from there you scale up as you grow. Obviously.
Yeah, absolutely, exactly as you say. Bybee, who are our biggest graduates, and they are selling over 1 million units a year now. They started in their kitchen as well, and their first batches, even the ones that were being sold through retailers, were made by them. And then after a while, they were like, we can't keep up with the hundreds of thousands of orders coming in. I mean, they used to cycle their orders around London. I love that. They put themselves on Instagram. You start that way, and then you scale up to where you want to scale up, because success means different things to different people as well. Just to add 2 things to what you were saying, Ken, if you are in our free masterclass, then we did a live Q&A session. It was me and Brooke, our formulation tutor, and she showed us her whole kit for all of the equipment that she has. And she bought that entire kit bit by bit for, I think, about £100, about $150 US. And that includes things like glass beakers. I've still got some stood here, actually. They're wrapped up, but you can see things like that. You can get them really simply. You can buy these everywhere in the world, honestly, absolutely everywhere. Glass rods, little weighing scales like the ones I just showed you. We have an Amazon storefront that will show you the basics, but it doesn't cost much. And then in terms of the ingredients, as Ken said, it does get addictive. So you can go and buy the basics, and then you're sat there going, okay, I know I've just bought lavender essential oil, but I also want to smell rose, and I want to try geranium, and I've never smelled chamomile. Before you know it, you keep going.
Yeah, but with the Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation as well, so once you've enrolled and you access the course, there will be a shopping list. So if you decide not to go for the starter kit, for example, from Naissance that has all the ingredients, there is a shopping list for you where you can see which ingredients you will need and also what tools you will need, and that will guide you through. And to avoid the mistake that I made, where you add everything else in your shopping cart that you don't need in the beginning, stick to that shopping list, then you can always order more later on.
Exactly. Someone asks if the starter kit is included when you enroll. No, it is not. You have to buy that separately. It's not something we sell, actually. We've partnered with an ingredient supplier who does that for us, and they ship almost all over the world, which is why we've worked with them, because we're an online school. We don't have big warehouses. We also we don't stock ingredients, so they do that for us. But by all means, do go and check it out. I know the team has put up the link to it, and that can be a very helpful way to start, but you don't have to do that at all. You can put together the ingredients that you want to. This is a great question, actually. Let me just put this up. Will there be tutor-taught formulations and experiments to understand exactly how to formulate? Since I'm not very familiar with formulation, this would be very helpful. So the answer to that is yes, absolutely. We provide you with sample formulations the whole way through all of the courses. So you watch us make something, we give you the formulation for that, and then we show you how to tweak it. So we talk about, for instance, let's take a lip balm. I've got a tinted one here, but a lip balm is very simple, right? It's oil, wax, butter. You can add some flavoring to it or some essential oils, although we tend to recommend you keep it very simple. But stick with oil, wax, and butter to start with. And then you can start experimenting with different waxes, different oils, different butters, maybe slightly tinker the percentages and see whether you want one slightly harder or slightly softer. You might try different containers, in which case, I've got a little jar here. So it doesn't really matter whether it's super, super soft because I can stick my finger in it. But if I put it into a lip balm tube, I'd want it to be a little bit harder. And that's where you as a formulator start to experiment. So we give you sample formulations to start with, but we then very much want you to go and make different products with it and try different percentages. All of these products behind me from our graduates, they all took these courses, but they've all made something different. And I think that's amazing because they have gone through the same thing and thought, okay, well, I want to use these oils. And this person, this is one of our graduates in the UK. This is one of our graduates in the US. They're saying, right, I want to use these oils. I want to try a different blend. So you have to start with the basics, follow our tuition, and then make it your own. And that is super empowering.
Yeah. And I think that, like you mentioned, the course materials are amazing because you have the videos that really show you how to make the product. We teach you that and you follow it step by step and you can rewatch it. And I remember several times scrolling back and skipping back and what was that again? And what do I mix first, the water or the oil phase and which way around? And you watch it over and over again. But then you also got all these amazing course books that you can, where is it? These course books that you can download and keep. And I actually decided to print mine off and I keep going back to them. Even, I don't know how many emulsions I made by now, but still every time I go back just to make sure I follow the right process and I don't miss anything out. And it's just so valuable because you can keep those forever. Those course books you can download and keep forever and always refer back to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw a question from someone. I'm just going to answer this one actually because I think it's a fascinating question. Yeah. Which is the course Lorraine took? So I've taken all of them because I've been running Formula Botanica for 7 years, but I actually wrote quite a lot of this material as well, together with various people throughout the industry. So I've taken all of them. And I recommend if you want to get to the stage that you feel really, really confident formulating and you want to start a business with it, go and check out our International Organic Skincare Entrepreneur Program, which is open for enrollment right now. So very, very exciting. So we've covered the first 2 courses in the program. Yes. Let's tack on a third before we jump on some more questions, I think. So okay. The third one to cover is which one should we go with?
Maybe we can talk about the anti-aging certificate. So we then the third course is a certificate course, and this is our certificate course for anti-aging skincare. And this is very much about, you know, high performance ingredients. Anti-aging is huge in the market. I think it always has been and it always will be, regardless of what trends are coming up. Anti-aging is always a big one there. And obviously, therefore, you will see lots of products that are catered for or to fight aging. So this course really goes about, you know, what are the products, aging of the skin, how does it happen, what can products actually do to, you know, help with appearance and those sort of things, and where does it get absorbed and what kind of skin layer. So there's a bit of science about it. Then we go into different ingredients, into products, into high performance ingredients of your anti-aging skincare. And again, this is a course that elevates your product. So if you want to tap into the anti-aging niche, but it's not so much niche actually because it's so huge, right? But if you want to tap into that, that's a must-have course. And there are so many, and the beauty with organic ingredients now, there is so many more active ingredients coming out on a weekly basis, because natural and organic beauty and green beauty is trending. So obviously the suppliers are supplying lots more of those active ingredients. And in this course, it will be about, you know, fine-tuning. It's not about only mixing oils and things anymore. It's really about getting active ingredients into your product that can then deliver those results that you want for your customer or for yourself or for your family or for whoever related to formulating, you know?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, that particular certificate in organic anti-aging skincare, or you could call it graceful aging or positive aging, however you want to look at it. We're not trying to stop the hands of time, but we are trying to make ingredients that can really keep your skin healthy as you age as well. And so we teach you how to create a capsule range with serums, elixirs, facial polishes, facial masks. There's a whole load of different formulations in there, and it's lots of fun. And as Ken said, you also learn about the science of aging, which is a really important thing to know when you're a formulator, because you need to understand what's happening to the skin, of course. Okay. Right, so that was course number 3. We've covered our foundation diploma in organic skincare formulation, our advanced diploma in organic cosmetic science, and our certificate in organic anti-aging skincare. And we've got 6 courses in our international organic skincare entrepreneur program. So shall we tack on another one and then jump on a couple more questions?
Let's do another one. And another one, the other one is also certificate. And I think the next one to mention would be the certificate for cosmetic stability testing. And it may not sound as sexy as anti-aging or advanced formulation if you just hear it, but it is so important if you want to create products that you want to sell in the market. So again, if you watched our masterclass, and lesson 3 was about preserving, and this is another one that we talk about later. But stability is obviously something very important, because it can establish, for example, the shelf life of your product. How long, does it actually last? How do you make sure that if you make an emulsion, that it actually stays stable and it doesn't separate? Because an emulsion should be, so the emulsion that we made in a masterclass, right? What should not happen is that in a few months you look at it and then you've got it separated again, which means it wasn't emulsified correctly. So these are this course goes through various stability tests that you can do at home to kind of see what, is my product stable? It gives you a good idea. And then there's also stability tests that you maybe should consult with a lab with if you want to really sell your products like our brands do. But there is so many parts of it and so many aspects that you can easily do at home. And for example, there is they're so simple. There is some of them that it has to do with temperature. What happens if the product gets exposed to different temperatures? Will it remain stable? And it can be very important because, as you can see from our audience, they're from all over the world. So it's very different if you make, for example, this lip balm that Lorraine was talking about earlier, and you play with different wax ratios. So if you live in North Europe and you have a lower wax ratio in your lip balm, that might be a beautiful product and it sells beautifully. But then if you start exporting this product to Dubai, where I am, the customer receives the product, opens it, and it's all melted because it's a lot hotter here. So those are things that can really help with your product, with the stability. Where do you market it? How do you market it? And is your product really stable to sell, and where to sell? So this can really help in lots of aspects. That's one example of a stability, aspect. Many more.
Yeah, you have to know, you have to embed stability testing at the heart of your business. I often hear people say to me, can I just do one stability test, get it signed off, and then I'm done for my product? No, every single batch you create has to be stability tested. And we teach you how to do that. And it can be very simple, and it can be something you can do in your own lab as well. But you just have to be aware of it, and you have to document it properly. So we give you all the tools you need for about 20 different types of stability tests. We help you figure out which test you need for which product and walk you through it bit by bit. This is a very empowering course because you will walk away from it thinking, I can now set myself apart from all these other formulators out there in the world who haven't studied with Formula Botanica, because I know how to make safe and stable formulations.
And I think that's exactly also the feedback we get from people that take the course. That they thought, oh, I thought I didn't need this, and now I've done this course and I've learned so much on how to create stable products that I wasn't aware of before. And so absolutely, I think, and this course is a must do if you really want to create products that you want to sell. Yes. And I'm not sure if you want to take questions or if you want to jump.
I was going to jump on a couple in between because I know we've covered 4 out of 6 now. So just to recap, the International Organic Skincare Entrepreneur Program is open right now. And if you want to join us, please do click on the link that I hope is with this live stream. I don't actually know what it says on Facebook and YouTube, but I assume it's there. So go and click on it, or someone in the team will put it up in the chat. I just want to flag this one because this is lovely. This is from Charlotte. She says, I did the masterclass first, then decided to join the diploma and advanced diploma course. I'm 2 months into it. It's amazing. Highly recommend it to everyone. I'm having so much fun. Everyone is so helpful. Thank you so much. Okay, here's a question from Aradna. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Do the suppliers you work with deliver ingredients to India, owing to the current situation now? And I think it's important to flag that, first of all, we don't own any suppliers, but we work with several. And when you enroll with us, you get a whole supplier guide, don't you? And loads of different suppliers on there. Do you want to just walk us through that while I go and filter the chat for the next question?
So the supplier guide that Lorraine was mentioning now, it's part of your courses. So when you sign up, obviously you've got access to all the courses, but there is also lots of additional material that you have access to. And one of that is a supplier guide. And in there there must be about 300 or something suppliers from all over the world. So they're filtered by region, basically by continent. And I'm very sure that you will find suppliers in there for India, in case Naissance, for example, wouldn't deliver there. But also, it's always worth asking suppliers to recommend. It's always worth contacting suppliers because they might make exceptions. They might not advertise it on their website, but they may as well ship to certain countries. But there is definitely suppliers in there for India, I'm very sure. It's an extensive supplier guide, and we keep adding suppliers in as we are made aware of them by students, by suppliers themselves that contact us. So that's constantly updated. Part of the student library also is, for example, an ingredient directory that we have. And that's kind of your that's kind of your go-to, I say document, but really it's, if you would print it off, it's a very thick book that lists kind of not all, but it's impossible to list all, but it lists a lot of ingredients by category. So like carrier oils, butters, waxes, thickeners, hydrosols, all sorts of things. And you can then, for example, look up if you want to formulate for the first time with a orange blossom hydrosol, for example. You could look that up and it will tell you the INCI name, which then is important if you want to purchase this product to make sure that this is what it is. It will tell you a little bit about the origin and some really useful tips with it, and that's kind of the go-to document as well that you will always refer back to. There's so much information in there, and that you will have always access to, and it doesn't matter which course you're on, you can always jump back to that, and you can open the ingredient directory, you can go back to the supplier guide, and it's just it's really rich in information.
Exactly. So we want to make sure that you have lots of materials to refer to while you're working through your courses. So that okay, I'm going to jump on a couple of ones that I think we'll go through very quickly. They're more technical ones. Okay. We had someone ask about the masterclass. So we were making the emulsion with a cucumber glycerite, and someone said, what do I do if I can't get cucumber glycerite? And I know Anna from our team's already jumped on and said, just use glycerin, but there are lots of other options as well, and lots of other botanical extracts out there. And then this one came in, I think from Constantine, saying, what's the best way to incorporate essential oils in water-based products naturally, avoiding polysorbate? So you'll need a natural solubilizer. We have quite a few blog posts on this on our website. So if you head over to formulabotanica.com/blog, then that way you'll be able to just type in solubilizer using the UK English spelling, so with an S rather than a Z or a Z. And that will then bring up those blog posts. Or maybe someone in the team can post those up as well, because there are different natural solubilizers out there, or naturally derived solubilizers. Okay, I think this is a great one to jump on from Shruti, who says, I learned in your masterclass on day 2 that we need to research our botanical ingredients. I downloaded the worksheet. How do we know which website is legitimate for research? I mean, that is a great question, isn't it? You want to start us off and I'll jump in?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a very good question, and it's a very important one, because what most people do, and especially if you come from the DIY side of making products, you'll probably go into Google and you'll look at, tea tree oil, what do I do? And you'll find all sorts of articles, blog posts and whatnot that are definitely not scientific research articles that you should trust with the information that is provided. So we actually do have a live session as well that we run on how to research ingredients. And we do have a whole list of resource links where we actually recommend certain websites where you can look those up. So we have some, for example, UL Prospector is one of them that we keep using if we want to look up, ingredients to see, where they're sourced, how do they work. We've got book recommendations as well. So Modern Cosmetics is a book that we keep recommending, and actually students from us, they get discount with it as well. And it's a beautiful book with I wish I had it here right now, but it's in the other room. It's a beautiful book where you can also, there's a wealth of information in there of different ingredients and how they work and how to use them.
Is that Modern Cosmetics?
The Modern Cosmetics book, yeah. You have it there. There you go.
It's right next to me. Here we go. So we have a link for this. In fact, we even have a discount code for you if you want to buy this one. It's not cheap, but it is a very good book, and it's a great starter, which will teach you all about sort of different ingredients, what's in them, how they're put together, and how you can formulate with them. So
yeah. That's something you would always jump back to as well. You would always go back to it.
Yeah.
So then we've got, obviously, like I mentioned, we've got the ingredient directory. So within your study resources, there is quite a bit of information in there already. And I'm not sure if I should mention it or not, but we do have other information as well. So for example, at some point you may come across our lab, and in there is really, really good information. So we have ingredient profiles in there that go really into detail on how to work with products and where they're from and how they're derived and what different extracts are available, what different forms are available of this product from a certain plant, for example, tea tree, etc. Formulations with it as well. So there's plenty of resources there. I think the tip here is just don't trust the first couple of things you see on Google. Don't use that.
No, exactly. There's some really good websites out there. We did a live Q&A on this as well last week in our masterclass group. So if you go back and have a look at the videos in there, you'll find it with Eliziani and Iria and Brooke. And we talked about how to research your ingredients. So go and check that one out. Okay, so we've covered 4 of the 6. I think we should cover the other 2 because there's so many questions coming in. We have to jump on them. So the 5th one, well, why don't you take the 5th one? I'll take the 6th one.
Okay. So the 5th one, which one is the 5th one? Okay, so the 5th one is the Certificate in Natural Cosmetic Preservation. And preservation, as you've seen in lesson 3, is a very huge topic. And in this preservation course, we obviously talk about natural preservatives, and there are about 20 different ones that we introduce there and talk about. And preservation is such a key to the success of your product. You don't want any weird things growing in your creams and your potions that then customers put on their face. It is so important. So this course, like the stability one, are 2 essential courses that you really I can't stress about it enough. You really have to do if you want to sell your products. If you want to be a brand like the ones that Lorraine has behind her out there in the market, you have to complete those two. The certificate courses, they're relatively short, so you can complete them within probably 2-3 months. If you work through it.
Yeah.
But the information there is so essential, because that will really make the difference from your product being safe or not, or actually passing tests as well that you may need in some countries for it to be sellable, so if you need to they need to be registered. So those two courses, stability and preservation, which are part of the whole bundle, I really think are key success factor if your products are ready to go on market or not, because it will save you so much money as well if you just send a product that you've developed without doing stability testing, without looking at preservation properly, send them to a lab and they will not pass and will come back and you have to go back to the drawing board. There is so much you can do at home already to set yourself up to success, to make sure that those products are ready to go.
Yep, completely.
And that's what it is, I think.
Yeah, it's a game changer, because once you know how to test, how to make sure your products are safe and stable, you are light years ahead of so many other formulators out there. I have seen so many dangerous cosmetics sold over the years, particularly outside of Europe, where the regulations aren't necessarily as stringent, because here, of course, it's so heavily regulated that you wouldn't be able to sell a product like that. But in North America, I've seen some real howlers over the years on Etsy and places like that, where people do sell unpreserved and therefore dangerous cosmetics. And we want to help you avoid that, because you can still use amazing natural compounds to do so. Okay, so we're talking about our International Organic Skincare Entrepreneur Program, which is open right now, and we've already signed up dozens and dozens of new students in the last few hours. And if you're interested in becoming a skincare entrepreneur, much like the people behind me, all these graduates who've gone through those courses before you, then we're running you through what the different courses are in the program. And we walked you through 5 of them already, and the replay will be up here on YouTube and on Facebook afterwards for you to watch. And the 6th course, I want to talk about this one because it's my favorite.
I knew it. I love that one too, though. I really do.
It teaches you how to turn your formulations, like these that our graduates made, into a business. And that is incredibly empowering. And I know a lot of people think all I need to do is learn how to formulate and then I will sell. No, you need to learn the business skills to go with those formulations. You need to know how to brand your product, to create it into a life-changing product. You need to know how to set up your manufacturing. You need to know how to cost and price your products, how to raise investment potentially if you want to go slightly bigger than the norm, how to work with retailers, how to work with distributors, how to work with e-commerce, how to set up your own website, how to market and sell your products, how to deal with PR, how to get your mindset sorted, how to do market research, how to work with certification, how to get your legals sorted. We teach all of this. We call this our Indie Beauty MBA, and this is our Diploma in Beauty Brand Business Management. And this one will take those formulations. I know I keep holding up one of our graduates. I'm sure she's doing very well. I won't single her out, but this will take those formulations that you've learned how to make and turn them into a viable commercial business. And that can be a tiny business. You have to define what success means to you, but it can also be a business that aims for global domination. We cover everything across the spectrum, basically. And as you can see, so many of our graduates are doing that successfully. And we want that for you too, because the green and indie and organic beauty market has never been bigger. It is enormous, and the opportunities are not going away. And it is still absolutely possible to cut through the noise just like that with your amazing formulations, just like I talked about her earlier, our graduate Sandra, who launched Nopalera last year in November, graduated from us last year, launched her brand in November. By month 2, she had to move into commercial premises to handle the volume of sales. By month 3, she was stocked by 50 retailers in the US. I mean, it's incredible. This is her cactus flower exfoliant. I get sent all the products. I know the team's very jealous. Sorry, Ken. But absolutely incredible and very, very inspirational. And that's where you need to have those business skills. That's why we call it our full entrepreneur program, because we take you from complete beginner to organic cosmetic formulator and indie beauty entrepreneur. So enrollment is open right now. And if you click on the link, you'll be able to take part as well and join our student intake. So I'm going to put up some more questions. How do you want to take this one, Ken? I was just able to get on. Hi, Shannon. Great to see you. Are you able to take more than one of the diplomas at a time, or should you complete one before going to the next?
So doggy was just barking. I hope he's quiet because someone's outside the door walking up and down. Technically, you can take several diplomas at a time, but we wouldn't really recommend it. I think it's really good to focus on one and finish that off. However, I think if you do want to study parallel, two that go very well together is the diploma in organic skincare formulation, for example, if you want to start off with that. And for example, if you then also want to start, if you have enough time, to start with the beauty business brand management as well, because it's complete different topics. You can focus on, some days on formulating and on the other days on the business side of it, and build both of it up parallel. So you're creating your products, you're developing your products at the same time as you're starting to develop your brand and your business plan with it. So technically, if you're done with the beauty business brand management and with the diploma in organic skincare formulation, already you're boom ready to roll with the first products. And then you can go into the advanced ones after if you wanted to.
Cool. Absolutely.
So you can, yes.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna start just putting up questions because we've got so many of them. Okay. Can I buy fresh aloe vera and preserve it myself at home with preservative eco? Aloe vera does not last long. So if you're buying fresh aloe vera, I guess you're buying the plant. If you were going to be formulating with it, I actually answered this question on a different Q&A the other day. What we recommend you do is, rather than turn it into an extract that you can then just grab, is that you add it to your formulation straight away and preserve the overall formulation. And we do this in, we've even done this in some of the sample formulations in our courses, where you basically instantly add a fresh botanical extract and then preserve it overall immediately. That would be my recommendation. Now, if you have a lot of fresh ingredients that you don't know so much how they're going to behave in terms of origin, that's where you have to do a little bit of testing. In fact, go and watch the lesson 3 Q&A that I did with our cosmetic chemist Rua. We talked about spot testing, where you can test to see what the microbial activity is in your formulation at that particular time. And then once you're comfortable that you think your product will pass challenge testing, then you send it off and you send it to the lab and they will test it for you. And then you'll know if it's ready to sell or not. Okay, I've got another good one for you here, Ken. Is your course more of a reading or lecture based? I liked the format of the masterclass.
Well, good news then if you like the format of the masterclass, because we have, there's lots of videos in there, and there is course books in there as well. So like the masterclass as well, you will have your videos that you can watch and rewatch. You also have the video scripts. So if you rather read than watching the videos, you can download those and read through them. And then, like I mentioned earlier, we've got these amazing course books as well, which now it's just the cover page I'm holding up. But you've got the amazing course books as well that you can then download or print and take your notes in as well. So it's a mix. It's a blend of videos like the masterclass was. It's a blend of formulation videos. In the business course, there is actually lots of really valuable interviews with different business partners and experts in their field. So for example, if in the business course we're talking about marketing, there will be marketing experts that we're interviewing, and you will have those videos there and those materials in there. So it's a wild mix of everything. So if you are more of a visual person, I think you will be fine because you got lots of videos. If you're more of a person that likes to read, you also will be fine because you also have your reading materials in there. And there is lots of interactive activities going on as well. We've got quizzes, we've got some gamification in there. So it really is a really nice course to take online.
Yep. Okay, next one. Let me take this one. Do you have to go through most of these courses to start as an entrepreneur? It depends what you're trying to do. We recommend, if you want to be an organic skincare entrepreneur, sign up for the full package, because honestly, it will walk you through learning how to formulate, making high performance ingredients, making sure that you research the botanicals you need with it, testing your products properly, making sure they're properly preserved, and then also adding the business component to it and learning how to turn your formulation into a business. Now, the interesting thing about our International Organic Skincare Entrepreneur Program is that it actually used to be a completely different bundle of courses. Not many people know this. And about 3 years ago, I went to our entire student body and I said, right, I'm going to rip it up. Tell me which courses you would want in this package in order for you to become an organic skincare entrepreneur. So these are people who went through the courses and we got them to vote. So I ran a big poll and I ran it for several months. We had hundreds and hundreds of votes in there. And these are the 6 courses that our students voted for. And they said, if I was going to start from scratch at Formula Botanica and I wanted to launch my organic skincare brand, these are the 6 courses I would want. So it's not even us who chose these courses. We got our students to choose them for you. And they basically said, this is what you need. So I don't think there's a better testimonial than that, to be honest. Okay, someone asks, do you teach how to make perfume? No, we don't. At the moment, we only do skincare and hair care formulation. Go and check out Karen Gilbert. She's awesome for perfume. Let's see. Hang on. Let me put this up. Do you give information on preservatives and stability tests in your foundation diploma course? So yes, we do teach you the basics of preservation because we want you to get started and obviously make safe and stable products from day one. However, learning how to test yourself and learning how to choose the right natural preservative is slightly more advanced, which is why it isn't included in its entirety in that foundation course. Also, then the course would be enormous. So we want to break it up into bite-sized chunks for you. But do you have anything else to add to that?
No, I think that, the diploma in organic skincare formulation is, like you mentioned, you get the basics, and you will get a safe product out of it that you can use and you could already sell. And then the more advanced techniques, the more advanced experiments you then take off to the next courses, which then is part of the stability test and preservation course is part of that, because that's when you will then experiment with different preservatives. And that's when you get to know what do I need to fulfill for a preservative to be effective and actually work and preserve my product the way I want or need.
Cool. Okay, I've got another one. I'm going to put this one up from Angela. Hi, Angela. It says, how long does the class last? Do you want to jump on this one and then I'll take the next one?
Yeah, okay. So the class, so I guess by that you mean how long do you have access to your course? So from the moment you sign up, you will have 3 years to complete your entire program of all 6 courses. And that is more than enough time. If you study 1 day a week even, you will be able to finish everything before that. So 3 years you have access to it. If for whatever reason you needed to extend, you can extend the courses. But I think if you really jump on it and you involve yourself with it, you want to learn, you can do it a lot quicker. And there actually was another question somewhere below where someone asked, can I do it within a year? And I do think that you can if you have the time available. So it really depends on you. And like I mentioned in the beginning of the class, it's self-led learning. Everything is online in our learning platform. It depends on how much time you can invest in learning and studying and experimenting. And I think it's important to say, okay, technically you could whiz through the entire course within a week if you wanted to. But then I'm very sure you didn't do any experiments or any formulation. It would literally click, read, and that's it. And obviously you wouldn't benefit as much out of it as if you would actually do each and every formulation that's in the course. So I think speed is one thing, but also the quality of your learning is another one. So don't focus too much on, I want to get this done as quickly as possible. Focus on, I want to get this done, but also get the most out of it from me. And like I mentioned earlier, there might be products in there where you see, for example, okay, this lesson is about a body butter. I don't want to do body butters, but you know what? You start experimenting doing body butters and you realize I love body butters. That's all I want to do from now on. And then you move on to the next. So really go through the courses, do the formulations that are in there, do the tasks that are in there, the workbooks that are in there. That's the best you can get out of it at the end. That really gives you the experience in formulating, in the business side of it. That will take you to that level that the other graduates did, like that you see behind Lorraine so beautifully. Exactly. I think that's what you can do. So don't focus on getting things done too quickly. I mean, obviously, if you have the time, go for it, go through, but also quality of your studies is important, I would say.
Yep. And tying in with that, I'm going to put this one up and I'm going to answer this one. I have a new student, sorry, wondering why the diploma is not lifetime access like other online courses. And I think you've just hit the nail on the head there, Princess, by saying like other online courses. We're not just an online course, we're a school. Much like I don't go back to my university and say, hey, I want lifetime access to the degree I did 25 years ago. It doesn't work that way with us either. We are a school and our objective is to get you to graduate. We don't just want you to enroll for a course and then stay on it for life. We want you to complete it. I have 40 people work for me at Formula Botanica. I have a big team. We are a proper school. We're not just a faceless or nameless online course. And I don't want you to compare us to those either. We are completely different, which is why we are the market leaders, which is why we have almost 13,000 students, which is why we're in 177 countries worldwide, which is why we've won awards. Sorry, pointing the wrong way. I've got those awards here on the wall, on my desk. The quality of what we provide stands head and shoulders above anything out there that claims to be an online course or a school. And I promise you, you will have a completely different experience at Formula Botanica. And we want that for you too. So our goal is to get you through these courses. And that's why the team is in there. They're grading, they're teaching, they're doing all sorts of things. I mean, we work round the clock for our students, and you just don't get that anywhere else, I'm afraid. So that's why people come and enroll with Formula Botanica. It's why we have almost 1,500 five-star reviews on Trustpilot. It's why I have shelves and shelves of graduate products behind me, because these people are changing the world with their organic skincare, hair care, and beauty products. And we want that for you too. And that's why we give you 3 years access to our International Organic Skincare Entrepreneur Program, because that is more than enough time to get through. But as Ken said, you can even extend afterwards. So I just wanted to address that one, because I don't want you to compare us to anything else that's out there. We are different. We stand head and shoulders above it. And everyone has told me this time and time and time again over the years. So just keep that one in mind. Okay, one more question, and then I think we're going to start wrapping it up, unless there's a lot of questions still coming in. Right. Do we get a certificate? Do you want to answer this one?
You're not only getting 1, you're not only getting 2, you're getting 6 because it's 6 courses. So as you complete, this was such a sales thing, no, not only 1, not only 2, but it's true. So basically, because it is 6 courses that are bundled together, as you complete the courses, that's how you will earn your certificate or diploma, depending which one it is. So for example, you start with your diploma in organic skincare formulation, and let's say you finish this after, let's say, 5 months, because you really put in a lot of work. The moment you finish that diploma in organic skincare formulation, you pass your final project assignment, right away you get the diploma that you can download, you can print, you can laminate, you can put on your LinkedIn, you can frame it, whatever, you can send it to your mom, whatever you want to do with it. You have the badge as well that you can download for your social channels. You can put it on your website. So the moment you completed that, you have that first diploma already. And then you've got 5 courses to go. And as you work through, as you complete them, you get your certificates, your diplomas, your badges that you can use for your social, for your LinkedIn, for your business. And it really, you know, if you see all the products that Lorraine has there from our graduates, it really is like a quality seal to say, I'm a Formula Botanica graduate and I've earned my diploma in organic skincare formulation, my advanced diploma. So it really has something to show for. So, and that's why we see them all over social as well. When people graduate right away, it's the first thing they put up, because they're so happy. So yes, you will get your certificates for this.
Absolutely. And people are very proud of their certificates. I've seen so many certificate selfies over the years. Yeah, it's always wonderful to see what our graduates do with them. Okay, we've been going for over an hour, so we are going to wrap this up fairly soon. I'm going to jump on a few more questions as they come in. This one, how long is the certification valid for? From Germany. Hello. I mean, basically, the diplomas that we give you, they are with you for life. They are, I think you need to look at them as vocational diplomas. They're certificates that show the world that you've completed a Formula Botanica course, and they will validate to your customers that you are a formulator and that you are an organic skincare entrepreneur. So they're effectively valid for forever, I suppose. No one's ever asked me this question before, actually. Okay, and one other person says, let's see. I want to know how long each of the courses take. So Ken has walked through that one in quite a lot of detail earlier. So please do just go back and check the replay. Every single one of the courses on our website as well tells you how long you have access for. Now, saying that, we think those timeframes are incredibly comfortable, but we do have an extension opportunity as well for anyone who does run out of time. But we've chosen those timeframes because they are so comfortable. You could complete one of our short certificates in a month, but we give you a year to do it. You could complete one of our our big diplomas in 3 to 6 months, but we give you 2 years to do it. So that's why they've been set up in that way. But do go and check it out on the website, formulabotanica.com, or one of our team members in our admissions help desk will be happy to answer any questions that you have. Okay, let's see. I love this one. Oh, Jace, what a fantastic question. If only, will we come to the school anytime after the course of graduation? I wish. We don't have a physical school. We are entirely online. The team at Formula Botanica is based in about 12 different countries around the world. Everything is online. The courses, the students, the graduates, the materials, the classroom, even us, we're online as well. And that's how we roll. I would love one day, and I have even talked about this with the team, of having some kind of roadshow where we go around the world and run sort of mobile graduation ceremonies. But unfortunately, with the way that the world is at the moment, that isn't high up on the agenda for us. But we would love to celebrate with you in our online classroom. And that way, at least people, a lot of people, as you said, Ken, earlier, they post up their certificates, they post up their badges. And that's the way that we all celebrate together, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, maybe something for a future shop, like little graduation hats that you can order. So we don't only have the diplomas on the social, we also have like the hats flying.
Yes, exactly. I would love that. So I'll add that to the long list of things that we still want to do. Okay, here's a great one. Which kind of natural preservatives should I use in lotions and creams, and in what amount? So Anu, I don't know if you've been following along with our masterclass, but if you haven't, please do go and sign up for it and go and binge watch all the lessons in there, because they're now all available and there's so much material in there. And lesson 3 is the big one. This is the game changer. And this teaches you how to preserve your formulations naturally and safely. And you even get a workbook with it, which gives you some examples of different preservatives that you can use and that you can use to safely preserve your lotions and creams. And that's a great, I mean, that's such a big lesson, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So go and
that's why it's a separate lesson as well, because the topic is so huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've seen quite a few people from Dubai actually in the chat as well. So hello to my neighbors here around the corner. I'm Karim, for those of you that are fasting.
Let me see. I'm going to bring up, there's lots of comments coming in now. Okay. Lorraine mentioned coffee scrubs not being oil soluble. Actually, caffeine, that's what I talked about in lesson 2. Caffeine isn't oil soluble, which made sense. What ingredient can be added instead? I would not want to add water. You can make coffee scrubs. This is the point. I've watched so many people over the years add coffee to their anhydrous, their waterless formulations, and say there's caffeine in coffee, and for that reason it will have a anti-cellulite effect or a tightening effect, because caffeine is one of those ingredients that can actually tighten the skin slightly. But because coffee scrubs are inherently generally made with oils and coffee and maybe some other exfoliating agents, and maybe there's even a slight amount of butter or wax in there, that means that it is entirely oil soluble, and therefore you won't necessarily get a load of caffeine that comes out of the coffee. And that's what the point I was trying to make in lesson 2 of your masterclass. You have to understand the solubility of the different ingredients you work with, don't you?
Yeah, and that's the whole research part of it. And that's why we stress about it so much as well.
Yeah. Oh, someone wants to know if we could do an online graduation. I think it's a lovely idea, actually.
Lovely idea, yeah.
If we could all dance along, announce those who've completed the courses. Binky, I think that's an awesome idea. I'm going to think about that one, because that would be fun to do. We're trying to set up an alumni network as well, actually. So we are working really hard behind the scenes at the moment to add lots of new things to Formula Botanica, because we always are trying to innovate and trying to add new things for you. Okay. In fact, one person says, how can I get supplies in Dubai? Really love how you make us understand so nicely. Thank you for a great lesson. Thank you, Hafsa. That's very kind of you. Do you know any suppliers in Dubai?
Oh, very good question, because I just moved back here, and obviously I was in Europe for 2 years, and before that I didn't formulate, because like I said, I was very new to formulating as well when I started this program. But Hafsa, what I did use is I've used third-party suppliers like Aramex Shop and Ship. So basically, with that you set up an account. You get addresses all over Europe with that. And for that, for example, I can order in a UK shop to a UK address, and then they ship it to my place in Dubai from there. And obviously you pay a fee for that. But that is a way where I was able to source ingredients from suppliers that said, we only ship within our country or very limited nowhere else. And that's how I got things here. You need to be aware, obviously, of what is legal and what is not to import and those sort of regulations, but it is possible. But there is, there is some good shops here as well. Again, supplier list will be in there, but it depends on what ingredients you're looking for too. So is it like the newest active ingredient that's out there, or is it kind of like, carrier oil, shea butter, those sort of things? So that depends on that.
Cool. Thank you for sharing your top tips. Love this one. I can't wait to be part of the class. Yippee! I'm looking forward to the time with all the classes. We're looking forward to welcoming you into our community, because our community is a family. And I really want to stress that, we are a school. We have amazing students. We have amazing graduates. We get to know the people in our community, the ones who really come and share and talk to us. And we were running live events pre-COVID. We do plan to run them again post-COVID, and people fly in from all over the world, and we get to know people personally, and then we follow along on their journey. And not just that, we support our graduates. The fact that I'm sat here holding up all these products is because I know these people personally. I can tell you all of their stories because I've been with them on that journey for years, as has my whole team. And we're invested in your success. We want you to do well. We will give you shout outs all across social media because we want you to have great success with your beauty brand. And that's why we teach these courses. So we've been going for 1 hour and 10 minutes. We've answered tons of questions. I hope that you've got a lot of value out of this. And if you have any other questions, please do speak to our admissions team. Write to us at hello@formulabotanica.com. Come over to our website and just click on the contact page and you'll get straight through. We've also got a live chat, although the team's probably winding up to end for the day. But we also have a phone number. You can speak to us in many different ways, and we want to help you. And we want to welcome you into our awesome student and graduate community, don't we?
Absolutely, yeah. And it's a really good opportunity to do that. With this bundle, with the entrepreneur program, I think it's a great cost saving as well, because you get all the 6 courses for 30% off. So it's a good opportunity to get this all-around package if you want to start your own brand and if you really want to make a difference in the skincare industry and take charge of what you want to do and do what you want, do what you enjoy.
Absolutely, yeah.
So go for it. It's the time now.
Go for it. That's exactly the message. And as Ken said, you when you enroll for this bundle, you get a 30% discount. We don't do discounts. Like, you don't get discount codes from us. If you go to our checkout when you enroll, there's no coupon code on there. Like, we don't even have it enabled. We don't do discounts. The only time we ever consider them is when you bundle courses together like this, and it's automatically built into the price. I know someone asked about payment plans earlier as well. Our entrepreneur program is available on a 4-month payment plan as well, but it's all detailed on the website. Go and check it out, because we want you to go and read the syllabus and fall in love with the courses, because these are life-changing courses, as we've heard from so many of our graduates. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. I'm seeing lots of thank yous come in on the chat. Thank you very much. It's been really lovely chatting to you. It's been great talking to you as well, Ken. Thank you for being here.
You as well. It's been a while since we had a little catch up, actually.
I know. And your dog, obviously, as well.
Yeah, now he's leaving.
Fair enough. It was all a bit exhausting running around with the squeaky toys. So thank you so much, everyone. I really hope you come and join us in our community. I genuinely mean it. I want to get to know you. I want to hear all about your formulations. I want to see your photos. I want to hear about the brand you're launching. I want everything that could mean something to you, and I want to find out all about your big plans for changing the world through your organic skincare brand. So please do come and enroll with us. Okay, I think it's time to wrap it up in that case. So we'll be seeing you soon, hopefully on the other side in our student classroom. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great day and evening, Ken. And
thank you.
See you soon.
Thanks, everyone.